Hi, I'm Brian Davies from Jacobson. Today I want to share with you how to repair a missing tuft or a pulled tuft in our loop pile carpets, which incidentally are growing in popularity throughout New Zealand. From time to time you'll find it can be a pulled tuft, and now that can be started by the installer when he's using his knee kicker and not seen until you come home. It can be done by moving the furniture back into the home. You drag it and it gets caught somewhere and it pulls a tuft. Children's toys and our good furry friends, our little pet dog that comes in may catch his claw into the carpet and pull the tuft out. If you happen to notice a pulled tuft, you do need to mitigate this from going any further from just the one tuft onto others. So what we're going to do is go down into the carpet. I'm going to actually find a little tuft here, which you can see I've got a tuft into my hook there. I'm just going to pull that out. So now I've got a hole, and you've got this nice sprout of yarn sitting up off the floor. Now that could get caught, and if that gets caught on something else, then it will get worse. So what you need to do is we need to nip that off. Just a good pair of household scissors is fine. I use napping shears, but household scissors will be fine. All you need to do is get right down low into the carpet there like that, so the scissors are there, and you just snip that off there. Now that's gone. So we've taken that tuft completely out. You can see where it is, it's there, but the key factor is that's now stopping it from doing this. Now if I pulled this one and it gets caught afterwards, so there's your first knot. Now if somebody catches it again, what happens? It takes it right down in a line. Now to sew in that amount of tufts, sometimes it's better to cut a piece out and put a repair in there. To sew that amount of tufts is quite a long time. But again, if it's that long, you must grab your scissors and cut it out as low as you can, so that no one can actually do it, and then the person coming in to do a repair can repair that carpet. And in the next series we'll show you how to do that repair yourself should you wish to, or there is professionals out there that can do that work for you. Now we want to actually repair the pulled tuft. So we come back to the little hole that's in the carpet, which is down here again, and we're going to fill that up. What are the tools you need? You actually need a good pair of scissors. You actually also need a hooked needle. Now a hooked needle is one that looks like this. Now you can get that from Spotlight. I also recommend at Spotlight you can get these little tools here. Now I recommend them for the reason is you've got to try and get that yarn there through that little needle hole on the end, and this tool is magic. Put that back through there first, so now it's gone through for you through the little hole in the needle. You then grab your yarn and you just put that down to there, and you hold that, and then you just pull those two back through the needle and your yarn's there. So then you take a little bit of yarn like this, and we go and find where our little hole is in the carpet. Now here is the little hole. You have to make sure that you hit the primary backing. Now the primary backing is the backing that the carpet sewed through. So when you look at the tufts, they loop through a polypropylene backing. You'll see here, that's that particular piece of material there that you sew into. And once you sew into that, that will hold the carpet. You do not want to go into the secondary backing, because if you get into the secondary backing, it's going to be too hard to try and put those needles through. Now, to do this particular repair here, you should start 3 rows over, and you dig down into the carpet there and just keep it along until you see the needle coming up here. Now I like to have a little steel ruler, because what you don't want to go is too far through, so you have to get right into there, so it's a little bit tricky. Then I put the ruler there till I can get the needle, so the needle's sitting on top of the ruler, and it makes it a lot easier, so it doesn't catch on any other tufts of yarn and happen to pull the tufts of yarn. So you just pull that through there like that, and then you just pull it, and then you keep going through. Always leave a little bit of yarn up at that end there like that. You snip that off later. So then you come back and you do that again. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to do this and do my hands out of the way at the same time. And then you put that down into there and you bring that back up. Feed that through there. And you just bring that over with your finger. Just hold it where you want it to go and just pull it down till you get to the desired height. So it's about there. Looks nice. Now, I still feel that that's got a bit of a gap, too much of a gap. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put one more tuft in there at the same time. So then we'll put down into here again. We'll go into the, sorry, I've got my fingers in the way. We'll just put that through there. And we'll just get that down there again. And we'll put that through to there. And then what you then do is you just do one more, just as the locking this in. So you just go right through here and you come out over here somewhere, wherever it decides to want to come out, just not through the top of the tuft. So there, it's coming out of there. Now that's come out of there. Now we just pull that through to there. Again, just taking your time. Don't rush it. Patience is a real good thing to have. And you just pull that down into there until it just gets down to that height, just like that. Then we just take the scissors here, sit them on the top of the yarn, just like that, and give it a snip. And your top of the yarn there, and just give that a little snip there. All we now have to do to complete the job is we have a good old tube here. These plastic bottles I actually got from the $2 shop, and because the latex we have in here is quite runny, you've got to be extremely careful you don't overdo it and put it in. And I found these and found them to be the best thing I could find. For $1.50 you can get 3 of them. So I just put a pin in the top to allow a bit of latex in there. I pull the pin out. Once I've pulled the pin out, I can now put this just very lightly down into the fibre, in underneath there, and just give it just a tiny bit of latex underneath there, and that's all, no more, because you don't want it filling up and coming out on top of the yarn, because it'll be a crispy piece of yarn. But that's just to lock in that little thread that we put inside the yarn underneath. Just to show you how much I put on, it's just as, that's about all you need. And that will flow around a little bit inside the carpet there, and that will hold the tuft into the bottom. I can show you that with the piece I've pulled out previously. That's all the latex is that's holding it into the base of the carpet. So, and you can see there's very small amounts of it. So that's all you really need, and that will hold it back into the primary backing. By the way, we supply the yarn, so if you need it, you just give us the name of your carpet and we can send you a few meters of yarn so that you can do it yourself. There's just a little thing that we need to have you give us, and that is the yarn size. So the big tufts on the top can be 5-ply or 6-ply, and the little row of tufts, if they're the ones that are missing, they can be a 4-ply, or a 3-ply. So you just need to give us whether it's the big tuft or the little tuft, so we send you the correct yarn. That's how we repair a missing tuft in your carpet. So it's not the end of the world for the carpet. You can repair it. But if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call. Cheers.